Hey, it is Rich. I'm back in the garret at Tedium Towers, and I just want to start off by saying a huge thank you to everyone who's subscribed to Paranormal Tedium this far. Steve and I really do appreciate all your support and comments. This channel is nothing without you. Yes, you. We also want to give a shout out to a few specific people: Mominator7, Patty Shee and Phil Cody. You know what you do for us and how you support and interact with this channel. So to these people, Steve and I want to say thank you for being there for us. It is greatly appreciated. We're currently sitting at 466 subs. And that's due in no small part to other YouTube channels and websites getting on board with what we're about and promoting us. So in no particular order, Steve and I want to thank Dan over at Wilder Mr. Grey, Jack over at Phantasma Paranormal, Josh at Josh Bearheart, Steve over at Higgy Pop, Bobby D over at Fringe Toast, and finally The Mighty Shape. Without you guys, we'd most probably still have fewer than 50 subs, and I'd have pulled my hair out and quit by now. If by some bizarre quirk of space-time you haven't subscribed to any or all of these channels that I've just mentioned, then I highly recommend you check each of them out. Subscribe if you wish, and leave them a nice comment telling them the Paranormal Tedium guys sent you. With that said, let's get on to the topic of this vid. Paranormal investigator or ghost hunter? Is there a difference? And if so, what differences are there? The terms these days seem to be somewhat interchangeable, but I've been putting some thought into this quite a bit recently, and I don't think that they are interchangeable. To the point where I've left a few comments on various YouTube vids, ours included, where I've stated that a distinction should definitely be made between the two terms. To my mind, a true paranormal investigator should go into every alleged paranormal investigation with absolutely no preconceived ideas as to the source of what's causing an occurrence. They should look for any and all reasons, mundane or otherwise, that could potentially explain what's going on based on the evidence they collect. Harry Price, or I'll be going into greater detail in an upcoming breakdown vid, is what I consider to be the epitome of what a paranormal investigator should be. In his time between the late 1800s, early 1900s, Price outed and debunked many fraudulent psychics, mediums, ghost photographers, and other allegedly paranormal or unexplained occurrences. He'd seal up rooms, doors, and windows to exclude drafts and tampering whilst he conducted his investigation. How many groups on TV and YouTube and the rest of social media have you seen do this? How many bother to actually take the time to make sure that the evidence they're trying to collect is as contamination free as possible? Admittedly, the Ghost Adventures team back in the day used to put black bags and tapes on windows in some locations to reduce external contamination. Can't say they do that now though. And before I'm inundated with comments, I completely understand that this type of due diligence isn't possible in outdoor or derelict locations. But then that does beg the question, how do you differentiate between natural or man-made occurrences that present themselves and affect all these supposed ghost detecting gadgets in exactly the same way as alleged ghostly activity?
Anyone?
Whereas 99.999% of all the twatted paranormal groups on TV, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, etc. go into each and every single investigation with the belief and or standpoint that ghosts, spirits, demonic entities and the afterlife are indeed real and set out to find it. Thus, any and all evidence collected just goes towards confirming that belief, to which they'll then show it to anyone who'll watch and listen and present it as definitive proof. It's these people, excluding the blatant fakers, that I would term as ghost hunters. Oh, that was so well and I fucked it up on the last word. It's these people, excluding the blatant fakers, that are what I would term as ghost hunters. You've only got to take a look at the channel descriptions of said groups on YouTube, where most will state something along the lines of trying to prove or collect evidence of the existence of ghosts, spirits and the afterlife, and or prove that it's all real, which is starting off from a completely biased and closed-minded position. Not one piece of their content adds any value to the conversation as to whether any of it is in fact real or not. They just perpetuate the same unproven, and in most cases untested, hypotheses about how ghosts and spirits allegedly interact with our reality. They never, and would never, even entertain the possibility that any of it doesn't exist and isn't real. Steve and I, as true skeptics, i.e. not hardcore non-believers, are very much open to the possibility that the paranormal could exist. We just haven't seen anything to date that would suggest that it actually does. We're also open to being proven wrong and would gladly adjust our views if presented with new validated and corroborated information. But can the same be said for the rest of the paranormal community? The answer to that is most definitely a huge, resounding and emphatic no. Ghost hunters are so entrenched in their belief that it is all real that they will defend that belief to the hilt, even in the face of irrefutable evidence to the contrary. They'll lash out and, in my recent personal experience, hurl a tirade of abuse at anyone who openly doesn't share said belief, to which you're then labelled as non-believers, rude or haters, just for providing facts and logic. I don't know about you, but I'd rather be a true skeptic and find out that it is all real than be a true believer only to find out that it isn't. We did get a comment from a group that said it was easy for us as a channel to just sit here and debunk the paranormal, and that we should be doing the hard work and discovering what the paranormal is and how it can present itself and why. But this statement is also starting from that same biased position that I mentioned earlier, which is something that we as a channel will never do. The hard work, as they put it, is actually trying to research the origins of all these beliefs and hypotheses that are so readily bandied about these days by paranormal groups and individuals. From my personal experience, in most cases, it turns out to be downright fucking impossible. Especially when you're trying to get answers to the hard questions like, what type of energy is it that ghosts and spirits use or are allegedly made up of? Every type of energy known to mankind is detectable, measurable and in some way quantifiable. But when you ask any ghost hunt types or true believers what kind of energy it is, you get nothing. This channel and others like it are in the extremely difficult position of trying to get our views across to a wider audience, as belief and entertainment will always trump knowledge, facts and the search for the truth each and every time. Steve and I knew from the very outset that Paranormal Tedium was never going to be a huge channel, as our views aren't popular, or for that matter, entertaining. But that doesn't make what we're trying to get across any less valid. But enough of this old git spouting boring and uninteresting facts. I'm interested to hear what you think about all this. Should there be a definite distinction between the terms paranormal investigator and ghost hunter? Share your thoughts with us and let's get the conversation going down in the comments. You can help us get the word out to a wider audience by liking this vid, sharing the shit out of it and telling everyone you know about us. If you haven't already, and our channel analytics show that almost 60% of our viewers haven't, subscribe to the channel, remembering to click the bell icon for notifications. More varied content is on the way, so we'd hate for you to miss out on any of it when it drops. If you wish, you can donate to us on Patreon, follow us on Facebook and check out our merch storefronts on Spreadshop. There's absolutely no pressure and the links to all of these and more are in the vid description. Finally, in the immortal words of Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and take a look around once in a while, you could miss it. Thanks for watching. That's it. The end. The end. This is the end. This is where I find out that I haven't been recording.